So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Hackenberg. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw for Hackenberg. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Detroit!
They go play action. Hackenberg looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Gun! Detroit!
They just do get the play off. Now Hackenberg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep for the Saints, Marcus Murphy. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Second down, Rivers. Stocker's got it, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Now Rivers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Rivers now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And Wilson has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's to the 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Marshall in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Philip Dorsett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Hurry up.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers going to look deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down, Hackenberg. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now Hackenberg. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
Gone, 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 gone.
Here's Hackenberg. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And Lambeau will put this one through. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. On second down, Rivers again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hackenberg looks to throw it. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to get it running right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on fourth and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here. Hackenberg to throw it this time. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go.
Hackenberg now to throw on first. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Hackenberg looking deep here for Ebron. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Hackenberg. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Hackenberg. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The 2nd down throw for Hackenberg. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now Hackenberg. And that's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw on second down. Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. The give is to Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Rivers to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. First down, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Rivers. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Back to it after the pick 6, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
He has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, 390.
to throw again. Rivers. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 80.
The first down throw here for Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Cluster.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
The first down throw for Hackenberg. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Lambeau on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Red!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And this one is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Throwing Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Red Delta!
Again, it's Rivers. Wilson snags it left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Leopard! Detroit!
Hackenberg now after the fumble recovery. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Carolina. Paul Richardson, 89 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, Detroit. Hot.
1st down, Hackenberg. And this will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Four down, check, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
4 down. Check. Hot.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.